All right, let's dive in. You sent over this article about Bitcoin, and it talks about the recent price drop and what it calls a hunt for organic buyers.
Interesting.
Yeah, it definitely caught my eye. I'm curious to hear your take on it.
Well, the article basically says Bitcoin needs something more. More than just, those quick trades.
Speculative trading.
Yeah, exactly. For it to really thrive, to really take off, kind of like, how a plant needs sunlight to grow.
Right.
Bitcoin needs real long-term investment to flourish.
Okay, I like that analogy. So what's been happening that's not this sunshine that Bitcoin needs?
Well, the article talks about these hedge funds, right, and how they've been exploiting this thing. It's a little technical, but they call it the cash and carry trade. So basically, they were taking advantage of these price differences between Bitcoin futures contracts
Yeah.
and the actual price of Bitcoin itself.
So they're not really in it for the long haul then?
No, not really. They're just trying to make a quick profit.
I see.
Just trying to exploit those market inefficiencies. Kind of like imagine those real estate slippers.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But instead of houses, they're flipping Bitcoin. Buy low in one market, sell high in another, pocket the difference, and then move on.
Got it.
No real commitment to Bitcoin.
So the article says this cash and carry trade thing, it collapsed when Bitcoin's price dropped. And then these hedge funds, they all pulled out, which, of course, caused the price to drop even more, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. And this is where the whole idea of organic buyers comes in. The article suggests that these organic buyers, they're individuals or institutions who are buying Bitcoin because they actually believe in it. They see its potential for the long term.
So they're not just chasing those quick profits.
No, they're not. Think of it like buying a stock.
Okay.
Someone buying a stock based on like a hot tip versus investing in a company because they believe in its mission.
Right, that makes sense.
These organic buyers, they're not just, gambling. They actually see Bitcoin as something more. They believe in its potential as a store of value, like digital gold, or as a decentralized currency, something that could really revolutionize finance.
I see. But the article also talks about some other factors that are influencing Bitcoin's price too, right?
Oh, absolutely. It talks about things like, the global economy and macroeconomic trends, things like that.
It acknowledges that Bitcoin, even though it's designed to be decentralized, it's still sensitive to events happening in the world.
That's right. It can't completely escape those external influences.
Like,
Well, the article mentions the possibility of trade wars and just this general, economic uncertainty. They say those are factors too that are contributing to this recent decline in Bitcoin's price.
that's interesting. So it's kind of a push and pull, right?
Yeah.
Bitcoin is trying to be this independent thing, but it's still connected to the rest of the world in a lot of ways.
It's definitely a complex situation.
It is. And you know what? I think we need to take a closer look at some of those external factors that you mentioned. Like, how much are these global events really impacting Bitcoin? And what does that mean for its future? But maybe we can save that for the next part of our deep dive.
Sounds good to me. Let's do it.
Yeah, it's like Bitcoin is trying to sail on its own, right? But it's still subject to the same winds and tides as the rest of the global economy.
Exactly. I think, it highlights how connected everything really is. Even assets that are supposed to operate outside the traditional system, they can still be affected by those bigger events. Even the articles focus on those organic buyers. It shows a pretty interesting contrast.
Oh, how so?
Well, you have those hedge funds, right?
Right.
They're kind of like the fair weather friends of Bitcoin, just jumping in and out.
When it's convenient for them.
Yeah, based on those quick profit opportunities, the article says that cash and carry trade they were using, it's pretty much dried up now.
So now that the easy money's gone, they're pulling out.
Yeah.
Which then pushes the price down even more.
Exactly. It's like it's like that day in musical chairs.
Oh, I see.
The music stops and everybody's trying to grab a seat, but those organic buyers, the ones who really believe in Bitcoin, they're the ones who are left standing when the music's over.
They see the value beyond just, the price going up and down every day.
Right.
They're investing in what they believe Bitcoin can become.
Yeah. It seems like the article is saying this shift from speculative trading to that genuine long-term investment, that's what's really crucial for Bitcoin to grow in a sustainable way.
It needs that solid foundation
Yeah.
of people who aren't, just in it for a quick buck.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. If we go back to that plant analogy, these organic buyers, they're like the ones who are providing the sunlight, you know?
Giving it what it needs to thrive.
They help it grow strong roots, reach its full potential. And speaking of, weathering storms, the article reminds us that even with those dedicated organic buyers, those outside forces, they still matter.
Right. Those global economic headwinds.
Yeah.
It's a reminder that Bitcoin, it's not in a bubble.
It's part of a bigger system.
It is. And, this whole discussion is making me think, we keep talking about these organic buyers being so crucial for Bitcoin's success, but how do we even define that? What makes somebody an organic buyer?
That's a really good question. The article doesn't really give a strict definition, but it seems to imply that organic buyers, they're driven by more than just, wanting to make money. They believe in the technology, the potential that it has to disrupt, traditional finance, to give more power to individuals.
So it's more about aligning with the philosophy behind Bitcoin.
Yeah, the vision, not just seeing it as another way to make a quick trade.
I see.
And it's also about having that long-term perspective, understanding that building something new, something that can really change things. It takes time and patience.
And a willingness to stick with it, even when things get a little bumpy.
Yeah, exactly. It's like those people who invested early in, companies like Apple or Amazon.
They saw something special.
Right, something with the potential to really change the world. And they held on, even when other people had their doubts.
It's fascinating to think about, this whole idea of organic buyers
Yeah.
raises these really big questions about the future of Bitcoin.
It does.
Will it be able to attract enough of those long-term believers, enough to reach its potential? Or will it, just stay mostly driven by speculation and those short-term trades?
Yeah, that's the question, isn't it?
It really is. And, I bet there are a lot of people out there listening who are really into these kinds of discussions, thinking about Bitcoin and its role in the future of how we think about money and finance. You're probably right. And if they're looking for a place to delve a little deeper into these topics,
They should check out our podcast.
yes, What Bitcoin Taught Me.
It's an AI-powered podcast, and
Okay.
we explore all the ins and outs of cryptocurrency, blockchain technology, that whole world.
We break down all these complex concepts, try to make them, easy to understand. We always encourage people to jump into the conversation, share their own thoughts, debate a little. We believe that everyone has something to contribute, regardless of whether they're a tech expert or just starting to learn about this stuff. And speaking of, valuing Bitcoin beyond just the price swings,
Oh, yeah.
that reminds me of something else the article touched on, the psychological side of investing in Bitcoin.
Oh, right. Right.
Tell me more about that.
Well, it mentioned that this recent price drop, the one that was, kind of triggered by those hedge funds pulling out, it might actually be a good thing in the long run
How so?
because it kind of weeds out the people who were just in it for the quick money. The
Right.
ones who get scared easily by a little bit of, market ups and downs.
So it's kind of a test.
Yeah. It separates the true believers from the ones who are just dipping their toes in.
The fair weather fan.
Exactly. It's about, building a community of people who understand that innovation, disruption, it doesn't always go in a straight line.
There are going to be bumps along the way.
Exactly. There will be setbacks. There will be challenges. But the people who truly believe in that long-term vision, they'll stick around.
That resilience,
Yeah.
that unwavering belief, that's something we talk about a lot on our podcast, What Bitcoin Taught Me. We've seen how the Bitcoin community, they face these challenges head on, and they come out stronger each time.
It's that spirit of wanting to build a better system,
Yeah.
that commitment to innovation. It's what makes Bitcoin so fascinating.
And it's that same spirit that drives our podcast, too. We'd love to explore all the possibilities and the challenges, the potential of Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And we really love to connect with listeners who share that same passion.
Yeah, absolutely. We believe that the future of finance is being shaped right now, and Bitcoin is leading the way.
It's an exciting time to be part of this.
It is.
And we want you, our listeners, to be a part of that journey.
Yeah. If you're curious about Bitcoin, its potential impact, what it could mean for the future of money,
What Bitcoin Taught Me is the place to be.
we use AI to help us help us break things down, make it all clear. We always try to show different points of view, encourage people to think critically.
It's a place where you can learn and explore and connect with other people who are passionate about this whole world of cryptocurrency and blockchain technology.
Yeah.
And if this deep dive into the whole organic buyers thing
hmm
has got you thinking,
If it sparked your curiosity.
then you'll definitely enjoy the discussions and the insights we share on what Bitcoin taught me.
We've got a whole community of people just waiting to welcome you in. So come join us. We're really excited to have you on board.
This whole idea of Bitcoin needing those
Yes.
organic buyers, it's a perfect example of the kind of deep dives we do on what Bitcoin taught me.
Yeah, we want to.
Take these topics that can be kind of complicated and we really break them down, explore all the different sides of it.
Yeah, we want our listeners to really get it.
Right.
To walk away with a deeper understanding of Bitcoin, all the potential that it has, but also the challenges that it faces, and most importantly, to spark those aha moments,
I love those.
those insights that make you think about things in a new way.
We're not afraid to get into the tough questions,
Yeah.
to challenge those traditional ways of thinking
Yeah.
and to really explore, all the different opinions out there.
Because that's what makes it so exciting.
Yeah.
This is a space where the future is being written, and we're all, a part of this experiment in a way.
If this deep dive has left you with more questions than answers, I think that's a good
It
thing.
means you're thinking.
Yeah, it means your curiosity is piqued and you're ready to explore further.
And that's exactly what we encourage you to do. Come join us on What Bitcoin Taught Me. We use AI to help us analyze things, explain things, and really spark those conversations that help us all learn and grow.
We're a community here
Mm-hmm.
of learners and explorers. And yes, even some skeptics, but we're all fascinated by this whole world of Bitcoin, what it might mean for the future.
So if you're ready to dive deeper,
What?
to really challenge your assumptions, to have some really thought-provoking conversations about the future of finance, we'd love for you to join us on What Bitcoin Taught Me.
We're so excited to keep this conversation going.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. We'll see you next time.